What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Mike McCoy. Welcome to Real McCoy Golf. So, I thought to myself, I haven't done very many live streams, and I really wanted to do something to kind of connect with the people that have been following along with this journey, that love golf, want like an insight to this crazy grind. When I say crazy, that's an understatement, folks. It is an understatement. But I just wanted to come on, kind of give a rundown of, what all it is that I do on a weekly basis. What really goes into it. I've mentioned before that I don't really record a lot of stuff that I do because it's kind of monotonous. I'm either on the driving range, on the golf course, or I'm working on the golf course. One of those three things. I don't have much going on outside of that, mainly because it requires so much time. One thing that I want to really kind of hammer home is that there's no cutting corners in golf. It doesn't matter how you dress. It doesn't matter what you show on social media. It doesn't matter what you say. At some point, you're going to have to stand up there on the tee and you're going to have to play with people and back up what you say. So there's no cutting corners, you have to go through these motions in order to become a good golfer. It just is what it is. So that's pretty much all that I do. I go to the range, I'm out on the golf course, or I'm working at the golf course so I can get free golf and free range balls so I can practice golf. Now, outside of that stuff, I'm also a personal chef. So I do have a regular job, but, that provides for basically living, This golf stuff was way more expensive than I thought ever imaginable. And I played hockey as a kid and in college, as a matter of fact, Division II. And I thought hockey was expensive, but golf is expensive. And in order to be able to get the practice that I need, I've got to work at a golf course. There's no way that I could afford to play golf, enough to get good at it. Just wouldn't happen. So really think about that, A lot of people say, oh, I want to be a great golfer. I want to be good at golf. And then they go out and they get new clubs, or they, they take one lesson, or, they go out and play golf once a month. Listen, I'm here to tell you, as somebody who is living this grind, that's unrealistic. You will never, ever become a great golfer. And I don't even think, honestly, a good golfer, if you don't dedicate everything you have to it. Just for example, Lexi Thompson, today she announced her retirement, and she was getting emotional and teared up because she was talking about people don't realize what goes into it, and that's the truth. You see a lot of these guys, whenever they win on the Korn Ferry Tour or on the PGA Tour, finally, they get very emotional because it's a grind that takes years and years and years of your life, Now, I'm fortunate to have had not only my dad, but also the people that I work with, and also mentors that I've met through where I work. I'm fortunate that those people have helped me kind of move along in this journey, because, you can only go to the range so many times, and you can only hit so many balls over and over and over again the same way before you're going to get tired of it and frustrated, So it's imperative to get lessons. You know, when you get to a point where you feel like that you're on a plateau and you're not learning or you're not progressing, you know, you need to get lessons. And, you know, the guy that I've mentioned is my coach, mentor, whatever you want to call him. You know, this guy is a scratch golfer that shoots at least even par basically almost every round. And, you know, to have tutelage like that, somebody that's working with you one-on-one, because we're basically buddies. You know, we'll go out and play golf every week multiple times. But I'm just so happy, you know, I just so happen to be able to pick his brain and have him tell me what I'm doing wrong. And that's a big part of it, you know, because so many things that I was doing, I had no idea that I was doing. Now, unless you have someone who is a professional or who is good at golf, telling you, looking at your swing and looking at your play and telling you, okay, you're doing this, oh, you're doing this, oh, you need to fix this, oh, no, it's more like this, you know. Without having that, I could see it being very, very difficult, you know. Now, I don't have anything to base that off of because this is my journey. This is the beginning for me. You know, I'm basically a beginner. 1 year and 4 or 5 months into this, I'm a beginner still. So I don't have anything to base that off of. But, you know, it's crazy. It really is. So to anybody that may want to entertain this crazy idea of training for competitive golf at some level, I hope that you get this message, you know. And it's not to discourage you. It's not to say, oh, you can't do this. But it's just to let you know realistically how hard it is, and how frustrating it is, and how much time and effort and dedication really needs to go into it to even be a decent golfer, much less a competitive golfer. So, you know, if there's anything that I could say to all of you guys, young, old, skinny, fat, black, white, males, females, it doesn't matter. If there's anything that I could say, it would be to really dedicate your time. Figure out how important it is to be good at golf, you know, and what your intentions are with it, because it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of dedication, you know. And keep in mind, it's very expensive as well. So if you don't work at a golf course, you can expect to pay upwards of thousands and thousands of dollars a month just to play golf, just to play. It's not including practice, it's not including lessons, not including balls, not including equipment. That's just to play. It's going to cost you thousands and thousands of dollars if you do it even just a couple times a week. So, you know, it's expensive. So you really have to think about, you know, what it is that you're trying to achieve, how important it is to you, and what your goals are. You know, for me, my goal is to qualify for some sort of big tournament. Doesn't have to be a Korn Ferry Tour, doesn't have to be a PGA Tour, could be an amateur tour, could be a shit show tour out in the sticks somewhere. It doesn't matter. But my goal is to qualify for it based upon how I play. That's the goal. And I told myself, you know, that's a realistic goal. You know, I'm not trying to win a championship or make the PGA Tour or make the Korn Ferry Tour. That stuff would be great. But I set a realistic goal for myself, and that was just to qualify for some tournament that's big, amateur, it doesn't matter, based upon how I play, you know. And then I told myself, if I can do that much, at least, then I will consider really, really, really pushing for something like the Korn Ferry Tour, you know. And believe me, I realize I'm not a spring chicken, folks. You don't have to tell me. But I've still got that drive, you know, for this. And it's been a long time since I've had this, since music, since cooking, you know, it's since hockey mainly. But this drive for competition for me and to become a great golfer is now basically a part of who I am, you know, and I didn't plan for that, but I can't get away from it now, you know. So set a realistic goal for yourself. Don't go out and say, oh, I'm gonna reach the top in this X amount of this or whatever it may be. Set a realistic goal, put in the work, and like Tiger Woods says, you're not gonna learn how to play golf watching YouTube or watching me or watching your favorite, you know, online streamers. You're gonna become a good golfer by hitting balls, you know, by putting yourself in situations with other people that can help you learn and teach you. That's how it's got to go. Like I said, there's no cutting corners, because ultimately you can say you're great, you can say you're good, you can say, oh, I shoot this, I shoot that, I shoot this, but at some point in time, you're gonna have to step up on the tee, and you're gonna have to back up what you've said. You know, so hopefully you're honest about it, you know, because that point in time will come for everybody. And, you know, you don't want to look like a donkey by hyping yourself up and then getting up to the tee and you can't hit it more than 120 yards, you know. So hopefully this journey has provided some kind of value for all of you guys that are watching. You know, like I said, I've posted many bloopers of mine as well. So even if it's only just to laugh at me, I'm thankful that you guys are following. And like I said, I do want to provide value for people and give an insight into this journey, because I think that there's not very many people that do it, you know, especially my age, that gives you really like an in-depth look into what it takes. So that being said, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it very much. And be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Hopefully, I can either build my social media presence up enough to where I get brand deals or ad revenue or something like that that can help me pay for this stuff. Because these tournaments and this travel and all this stuff is going to be crazy. And liking in the comments and the sharing and subscribing, all that stuff's going to help. You know, and it's free for you guys to do that. So if you like my ugly mug, you like how I swing the golf club, and you're into watching the grind and watching me struggle, hit that like button. God bless you. Peace.